If you want to find a business idea people will actually pay for, my hope is that this video saves you months of chasing ideas that sound good but go absolutely nowhere. I've watched hundreds of founders fall in love with an idea, spend 6 months building it, and then hear the same brutal silence from the market. No sugarcoating, just the harsh reality I wish someone had handed me before I wasted a year on my first idea. So let's get into it. I'm going to walk you through 5 lessons and a simple framework I call the proof method, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to tell if an idea is worth your time before you spend a single dollar building it. Lesson number 1. An idea is not a business until someone pays for it. Here's the thing most people get backwards. You think of an idea, you get excited, you tell your friends, and everyone says, "That's such a good idea." And you know what? That means nothing. Compliments don't pay rent. The harsh truth is that most ideas are worthless right up until the moment someone hands over real money for them. I've seen founders with mediocre, boring ideas make a fortune, and I've seen founders with genius ideas go broke. Because the difference was never the idea. It was whether real people had a real problem they were desperate enough to pay to fix. So before you fall in love with your idea, fall in love with the problem instead. Ask yourself, who is annoyed right now? Who is losing time, money, or sleep over something that hasn't been solved well? That's where the money actually lives. Lesson number 2. Stop asking, "Would you use this?" Start asking, "Will you pay right now?" This is where 90% of validation completely falls apart. Founders go around asking friends and strangers, "Would you use an app like this?" And of course everyone says yes. It costs them nothing to say yes. Saying yes to a hypothetical is free. Here's what actually works instead. Ask, "Would you give me $50 today to reserve this?" Sounds scary, right? Well, that's exactly why it works. One version is a nice conversation, the other version requires commitment. Let me tell you about Priya, a woman I coached last year who wanted to start a meal prep service for busy parents. Everyone she asked said, "Oh my gosh, yes, I would love that." She almost quit her job to build it. But when she finally asked 10 of those same people to prepay $30 for their first week, only one said yes. That one moment saved her from building a business nobody actually wanted. So remember this, don't measure what people say, measure what people do. Their wallet tells the truth, their mouth just tells you what you want to hear. Lesson number 3. Your first 10 customers should look nothing like your next 1,000. This one is sneaky because it feels like good news when it's actually a trap. You put your idea out there. A bunch of curious people show up, they poke around, maybe a few even say kind things, but nobody pays. And you think, great, I just need more people to see it. Wrong move. Chasing more free eyeballs when nobody is paying doesn't fix your idea, it just makes the silence louder. What you actually need is to go narrow. Pick 10 specific people who have the exact problem, badly, right now, and are already spending money trying to solve it some other way. Talk to them directly. Ask what they currently do about this problem, what they've already tried, and what they hate about those options. If you can find 10 people who are already spending money on a bad solution, you found gold, because you don't need to convince them that the problem exists, you just need to be the better fix. Lesson number 4. Look for money that's already moving. Here's a shortcut that saves you weeks of guessing. Instead of dreaming up a totally new idea from scratch, look at where people are already spending money badly. Are they paying for 5 different tools to do one job? Are they hiring someone expensive to do something that could be simpler? Are they buying something low quality because nothing better exists yet? Money that's already moving is proof that the problem is real and painful enough that people have decided to solve it, even imperfectly. Your job isn't to invent desire from nothing. Your job is to redirect existing money toward a better answer. Think about it this way. It's a lot easier to convince someone to switch from a solution they're already paying for than to convince someone to start paying for something entirely new. Existing spending is basically a flare going off telling you exactly where the demand already lives. Lesson number 5. Know your numbers or you're just gambling. This is the part most beginners skip, and it's the part that actually tells you if an idea can become a real business. Here's the simple math. What is a customer worth to you, and what does it cost you to get one? If you sell something for $100 and it costs you $20 to deliver, your gross profit per customer is $80. Now figure out what it costs you in ads, time, or outreach to land that customer. If it costs you $10 to get a customer who's worth $80, that's an 8-to-1 ratio, and that's a business worth building. If it costs you $90 to get that same $80 customer, you don't have a business, you have an expensive hobby. This is not complicated math. This is the same math a lemonade stand needs, and the same math a $100 million company needs. The only difference is the size of the numbers, not the logic behind them. Before you spend a single dollar building anything, do this math on a napkin. If the numbers don't work on a napkin, they definitely won't work at scale. Now let me give you the actual framework to pull all of this together. I call it the proof method, and it has 5 steps you can run in about 2 weeks for less than $100. P is for pinpoint the pain. List 10 problems you notice people complaining about, paying to solve badly, or losing time over. R is for research existing spending. For each problem, find out what people currently pay for a workaround, even an imperfect one. O is for offer before you build. Create a simple 1-page description of your fix and ask people to prepay or reserve a spot, not just say they're interested. O is for observe the money. Track how many people actually pay versus how many just say nice things. Only the paying number counts. F is for figure out your ratio. Calculate what that customer is worth to you and what it cost you to get them, and only move forward if the math clearly works in your favor. Let me show you how this looks with a real example. Imagine Marcus, a guy who noticed his gym kept losing members because nobody could stick to a consistent workout plan on their own. Instead of building an app right away, he pinpointed the pain. People wanted accountability, not more workout videos. He researched existing spending and noticed people were already paying for personal trainers just for the accountability, not the expertise. So he made an offer before building anything, a simple text-based check-in service where he personally messaged people twice a week to keep them on track for $40 a month. He didn't ask, "Would you like this?" He asked for the $40 up front. Out of 20 people he pitched, 6 paid immediately. That's real proof. He observed the money, not the compliments. And once he had paying customers, he ran the math. It cost him basically nothing to deliver since it was just his time and a phone, and it cost him almost nothing to acquire customers since they came from people already at his gym. That ratio was enormous, so he knew this was worth scaling. Only then did he start building software to automate the check-ins. Notice the order here. He didn't build first and hope. He proved the money movement first, and the product came after. Here's the biggest mistake I see people make with all of this. They treat finding an idea like a lightning bolt moment, waiting to be struck with genius while sitting on the couch. That's not how it works. Good ideas aren't found, they're assembled out of real evidence, real conversations, and real dollars changing hands. The businesses that actually make it aren't the ones with the most original idea. They're the ones built on top of a problem so real that people were already reaching for their wallets before the business even existed. So, here's your homework. Don't go looking for the perfect idea this week. Go looking for evidence instead. Find 10 people who are frustrated about something. Find out what they're already paying to fix it, even badly. Make them a simple offer and ask for money, not opinions. And once someone actually pays you, do the napkin math and make sure the numbers work in your favor before you build another single thing. That's it. That's the whole game. Ideas are cheap. Proof is priceless. If you found this helpful, you know what to do, and I'll see you in the next one.